What's up, everybody? My name is Patrick Onochi. I'm an engineer in cannabis. This is your cannabis engineer. I'm your informational weed man. And today's topic, I was to talk about blockchain and its implication and the application of blockchain, and talk on some of the examples and how to basically utilize blockchain in the cannabis space. But today I'm gonna try to I'll talk about blockchain in the coming up video, but today I'm trying to dispel the notion that the cannabis industry is an industry that's restricted to certain people, and that the cannabis industry, it's not an industry that you can basically enter and thrive in it. It's a industry that's basically only open for people with an enormous amount of wealth. And I'm trying to disseminate and disprove that myth that any industry, I believe especially in the cannabis industry, with the right skill set and the right knowledge base, you can basically enter that industry and thrive in that industry. So, okay, now let's go with the industry itself. I've talked about how the industry is composed of individuals who actually cultivate and extract and do a lot of stuff with the plant. And in terms of touching the plant and actually utilizing the plant, that part is very expensive. That's not something I'm going to dispute. It's expensive because it's still federally illegal. Remember, it's still federally legal. So the cost to do something illegal in the United States will cost you. So, for instance, in states where it's legal for recreational cannabis, and you're trying to open a dispensary or cultivation system, it will cost you a bit to obtain a license. And not only that, it will also cost you a bit to basically run the dispensary itself, or run and keep up with all the regulations and especially regulations and all the tax laws, especially with taxes, and the taxes are not favorable in terms of the cannabis individual states. So it is difficult in terms of individuals who are directly touching the plant, who are directly cultivating the plant, who are directly utilizing dispensaries. It is difficult. In manufacturing and production, in any part of it is difficult and it is expensive. Now, that's why I'm a proponent of technology, tech, and also utilizing what you've learned or your experiences and your skills you've garnered for over the couple of years. So, if you're a chef, you can start by knowing the plant itself, knowing the constituents of the plant, knowing their endocannabinoid system, the CB1, CB2 receptors, the orphan receptors, knowing certain receptors help with digestive systems and all that, knowing the other aspects of the endocannabinoid systems that needs to be looked at. Knowing all this, and then establishing, also knowing the type of plants in the cannabis itself, knowing about THC, CBD, CGN, knowing the compounds in the plant, and also knowing how to mix those plants with food and make and basically enhance good food with cannabis itself, enhance the experience of eating good food with experience as a chef. You can do that. Or as an accountant, you can access cannabis tax laws and know how to help businesses in the cannabis space utilize the tax laws for your business. Or you can be a lawyer, or like me, who has experiences with tech, from machine learning, the AI, and currently looking at blockchain and looking at the application of those technologies in today's cannabis industry, and knowing how that can be applied. And there's a lot of ways that tech can apply to it. And not only that, there are numerous applications of certain professions to the cannabis space. HR, you can open a human resources agency and basically hire top talent for top cannabis businesses. So your goal, and that's the thing, we're in just in the beginning phase of this, and as we go along with the cannabis industry, you will see more products, more services, more things being assembled, legislations, laws, and consultants, and a lot of other aspects will be needed in the space. So I'm a proponent that if you can't if you can't provide the capital to do direct to basically be a direct proponent to touch the plant, or direct business to touch the plant, if you can't afford the capital, look at other alternatives. Look at tech sector. Tech is going to be a huge avenue for the cannabis space. Look at other avenues. Do not limit yourself to just one arena. The biggest, if you look at the history, especially history of prohibition, the individuals who made you money weren't the cultivators or the extractors. The individuals that made money were individuals who produced a brand, who utilized the crop, the hops crop, or ethanol, who basically utilized alcohol and created a brand and created a different drink, like banana rum or different alcoholic beverages. Those were the individuals who basically succeeded and basically left generational wealth based on the alcohol industry. So the cannabis industry is going to mimic that. So your goal now is to create good products, good services, and stay within the law and basically succeed. Now, everybody has that myth, it's difficult. Yes, it's difficult. There isn't anything easy coming out of this industry. But, like I'm doing, I'm still going to tinker down and look at every application of tech in cannabis. And if I'm currently, I'm going to try to finish the book on basically top 10 or top 20 tech companies you can start that basically is involved in the cannabis space. And you might not need a tech background to start it. Or I'm in the process of writing 2 books. So, for instance, if you're interested in any of those books and seeing how that applies, just make a comment below this video and go from there. But again, to dispel the myth that it's impossible to enter this industry, it's not impossible. You can enter this industry. All you need to know is find your lane and find your path. You do not directly need to be touching the plant. You don't need to open it. It's not a necessity to open a dispensary. It's not a necessity to open a manufacturer. It's not a necessity to directly touch a plant. Those require licenses. You can do other things to support the industry and make high profit margins from it. Again, my name is Patrick Onochi. I'm a cannabis engineer, your informational weed man. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.